Good afternoon, Coolest Coast. It's time for Coffee on the Coast. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to this spooktacular episode of Coffee on the Coast. I'm your host, Tina Prigge. Delighted to welcome back to the show Sharon Verbeten and Lisa Devins-Horohoe of Manitowoc Public Library. Looking great, ladies. Love the costumes.
Because we're all wearing little hats, aren't we?
So we don't usually dress like this, right? This is because we've got an upcoming event that's pretty exciting. We want to get the word out so that all the littles and their adults know about Trunk or Treat and the Spooktacular costume contest happening Tuesday, October 25th. Okay, tell us the details. Where should we start?
So Trunk or Treat, obviously, one of our much anticipated annual events here at Manitowoc Public Library. This year, it's a week before Halloween, so you can get your candy before you get your candy, right? And I've been kind of trying to eye the weather. We're hoping for no rain, right?
What happens if there's rain?
So it will be canceled if there is rain. I mean, if it's misty or, kind of just a little bit of rain, everybody will be set up and we'll probably still go on. But if it's major rain, we will not be relocating to the indoors. There's just simply too many vendors and too much interest to fit into the library.
Okay. All right. So everybody cross your fingers right now.
Mm-hmm.
Stop any and all rain dances for October 21st. So how does Trunk or Treat work? So definitely it's happening outside. So is this in the library parking lot or that parking lot that's across from the library?
It's across the street at the Breeze parking lot, right? So our parking lot will be available for parking for the library. Right now we have about 31 vendors that are going to open their trunks with candy and swag and information about their businesses and organizations. And so families come in costume, of course, and it's a safe, trunk or treat, safe, organized trunk or treat for kids who may not get to go elsewhere or otherwise, and representing 31 both businesses as well as nonprofits and organizations in the area.
Nice. And so then it's all contained. You don't have to traipse all over God's green earth, as they say, right? What age? What age of kids are we talking about? Who's this
So
targeted
we have
for?
all ages. I mean, we have people bringing babies in strollers, toddlers in wagons, right? So any that you would bring to a regular trick or treat, right? And the one thing that's cool, I think Lisa's noticed this too, talking about the costume contest. We have a lot of families dress in themed costumes, right? Whether it's like last year we had a Nightmare Before Christmas family, or you might have the Toy Story costumes. So that's one of my favorite things is seeing the whole family dress up.
And then do kids bring their own candy collection sack or pumpkin or whatever it is that they want to use?
Yes, that's important. So bring your own bag. And as I said, there's going to be a lot. So bring a big bag. And if you get any extra, I will be on site. So accepting any and all donations. But yeah, so bring your own bag, dress in costume, dress for the weather, which is really important because a couple of years ago, it was like 75 degrees on that day, and sometimes it's been freezing cold. So the other big thing to note for Trunk or Treat is that parking is at a minimum, so our lot is open, the streets are open, but if previous years tell us anything, we're going to have about 1,000 to 1,200 people come to this event. So you may be have to park a bit away.
Ooh, okay. So what time is the event? So this is on October 21st. I see it says 5:30 here. Is that the start time for the Trunk or Treat?
That is the start time for Trunk or Treat. And I would say try not to come much earlier than like 5:15 because, the vendors need time to set up and get ready and that kind of thing. So, there will be a line starting in, and probably if there's that many people, I may be letting them in for both entrances to the Breeze lot because there does get to be a little bit of a log jam. So I might suggest to some people, you don't all have to come at 5:30. These vendors will be there until 7. It runs 5:30 to 7. So if somebody wants to eat dinner and then come at like 6:15, they're all still going to be there, but the lines might not be as long.
Okay, and when you say lines, so does that mean it's kind of a controlled entry that there's a certain number of people let in at a time and as people
Um,
exit, or
Not really. I don't, like stop anybody from getting in there, but we have had lines back up all the way to 8th Street, just to get in. So bring your patients along with your trick or treat bag. Um, the other thing I sometimes suggest to families is that if they want to go inside first, browse the children's department, do some coloring and crafts, maybe go inside for the costume contest first. I don't think people are going to run out of candy, so don't worry about that.
okay. Okay, so I hear you're encouraging people to dress in costumes. Family costumes are welcome. Lisa, what is all this talk about costumes? What does that mean when people go inside?
So, because we have such great costumes every year, it seemed like we needed to do something to recognize them besides just taking a few pictures. So we're really encouraging people to like go all out. So if you come between 5:30 and 6:45, and like Sharon said, if the line is long outside, come inside and take your picture first, look around a little bit, and then come back outside. We're going to be taking those pictures, and it's 3 groups: children's costumes for littles, teen and adult for anyone 16 or over, and then we have group, and we saying that themed, like a group, a family, and a theme with 3 people or more would be considered a group, and then we'll choose finalists. The library staff will choose finalists, 5 in each category, and we'll post them on Facebook.
Oh, and is it bragging rights? Is there also a prize
Mhm.
or something that goes along with it?
There are 3 prizes, and they're really neat prizes that some of which were made in our makerspace on the Glowforge. So there's something for everybody.
Oh, very cool. Okay, so anyone can participate. It sounds like costume contest is all ages. If the 3 of us showed up, for example, with our cool headgear, could we be a group?
No, because we're really not. It's not themed. It doesn't go. Do you know what I
We're
mean?
the 3 crazy ladies with headgear.
Thank you,
All
Sharon. Thank
right, maybe.
you.
I'm calling that a theme.
But like we wouldn't have to have a child accompany us.
No, no, you don't. No, you don't.
Okay.
And
Okay,
we
cool.
had some people specifically come out that didn't. I'm. There was 2 friends that came dressed as a clothesline, and it was hysterically funny.
Oh, tell
And
me, what was that like? How did that work?
they had something strapped between the 2 of them, and they made themselves like they were dressed like a pole, and then they had a clothesline between the 2 of them. It was very funny, but they were adults. They didn't. Yeah.
People are
Hilarious.
so creative. I mean, actually, for the past 2 years, I've had a young girl dressed like a little farm girl, and she's brought a live chicken. Do you remember that, Lisa? The live chicken girl?
Yes.
So,
Yes.
very fun, very creative people.
Oh, very cool. How fun to even spectate this whole event, right?
Hmm.
Even if you're not trunk or treating yourself, but to not that you need more people downtown, but how fun to like maybe stand on the bridge and just watch all of the fun happening.
Well, it's super fun. Yeah.
And we will have a uh, traffic person, standing out at the library, making sure kids are safe and families are safe crossing, crossing Quay Street, from the library to the parking lot. We will have a library staffer out there, probably in costume, just making sure everybody experiences the night safely.
Awesome. That's a great plan. And you know what? I figured it out. If the 3 of us showed up with our headgear like this, we could be the Boo Crew, couldn't we, Lisa?
I love it. I'll be watching for you, Tina.
I've got to think of a good costume that involves a wheelchair. I haven't quite come up with it yet, but I've got my mind set to it. Okay, so let's remind people Trunk or Treat and the Spooktacular Costume Contest happening Tuesday, October 21st, 5:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. This is at the Manitowoc Public Library. Trunk or Treat is happening in the Breeze parking lot right along the river. costume contest is happening inside. Your most dazzling costumes are encouraged. Is there anything that we haven't told people yet that you think we should?
Just watch our Facebook page for any updates on weather. So, I'll be monitoring it on Monday, and if it's looking threatening, I will be the one to make that call, and we would announce that, on our Facebook page if sadly we had to cancel, but I'm hoping that won't happen.
Yeah, here's hoping. So we all know we're not made out of sugar. So if it's just a light rain or something like that, you're not worried. But if it's thunder,
Right.
lightning, that type of threatening thing, what if it's just a snow?
Ha! Okay, goodbye now, Tina.
I am hearing devil horns,
Yeah, thank you for thinking of something we haven't thought of. But
I think 2 years ago it did snow, but by the time that was on Halloween Day. So never mind.
Okay.
It's not going to snow.
Cool. October 21st, way too early for any of that. Yes. Awesome. Cool. Well, I think it's going to be a fantastic event. How exciting that you're planning this for the community. Anything else you want people to know about it?
we hope to see you there, Tina.
Yeah, bring your best costume.
All right, everyone, trunk or treat and the Spooktacular Halloween costume at Manitowoc Public Library. My guests today, Lisa Devins-Horohoe and Sharon Verbeten. I'm your host, Tina Prigge. Thanks so much for joining me, ladies. Happy Halloween.
Happy
Bye,
Halloween.
everyone.